Okay, one day we're going to have our own first program in TIA Portal. In my previous videos, I already talked to you how to use the TIA Portal, but this time we're going to simulate our own project with the Factory IA. That's why you guys need to go to the Factory IA website, right? Factory IO template. You guys need to download the Factory.io template file because the template gives us chance to communicate with the Factory.io program. And when you come here, guys, you are going to see the different kind of version. We are going to use the version 14 and the template 1500 the PLC S7 PLC we are going to use. That's why I click here and download it. I already do that. That's why I'm not going to download. When you download it, come here and you will see the template file, and when you click it, it is going to open the template file here in TIA Portal. It means we'll continue writing our code through the template file. If I do not forget, I can also put the link down that you guys can download the template file. And when you click the file, you are going to come here and you will see the templates S7 1500 version 14 Factory template. Now directly from here, click the project view. It takes a little bit of time. When you click here, you'll find, guys, the website, the interface here. And from here, go down. From the devices, go down, and Factory template here, PLC, our own PLC here. Click the file. You will find here the program blocks. Click the program blocks once time, and you will see our own main block that we're going to write, and this one, the green one, comes with the template which is going to help us to communicate with the TIA Portal. Okay, click here main to open our own the main project to write the first basic code through the TIA Portal. It takes some time, but it's fine. And you'll get the program blocks here. The network one that belongs to template file, but as you see, it is not the ladder. To change the language, click here main block with the right button. Go down and find here the switch to programming language and switch to the ladder, because we are going to write the software in the ladder. Okay, now we are ready to write the software. The first network belongs to template file. I'm not going to do anything. And now I'm going to create my own system network in the network 2, and I always use the system network, but that is going to be our own first lesson. But before we get in, let's come here the presentations that I already told to you. We are going to make a system here. We'll have a stop button, start button, and our own output, the terminal, whatever it is. What I expect when I push my own start button here, my system is going to work till I push the stop button. In this case, what kind of program, what kind of ladder I need to put here? I'm going to have, first of all, normally open contact of emergency or the stop button here. Click the line here, and once time you can also hold the normally open contacts and move it to here, or you can click that line and click here once time, but my computer is just doing it a little bit slowly. Yeah, this is going to be my own normally open contact of let me say normally open contact of the stop button, and I've got here start button, normally contact of stop button, and my output is going to be conveyor in this example. Oops, delete this one here. Yeah. But what, first of all, you guys have to know that I already told you, if you guys energize the concerned pin, input pins, the pins the contacts are going to change the status. We've got here normally open contacts, isn't it? When you energize, this one is going to be stand for stay for, remain for, start button. If you guys let's the tags those contacts first of all to understand idea better. Go down here, PLC tags, and add a new tag table. Oops, sorry. Show all the tags. Yeah. Now we've got here 3 different tags automatically because we put 2 instructions in. One of them is output. Tag 1, let's say it is going to be our own the stop button, and the address here input 0.0. It means the first input is going to be connected to stop button. This one is going to be output, and we are going to drive here the conveyor, and output might be anything else. And I've got here start. It is going, when I push the start button, it's going to start the project. Okay, go back to main table and put the label here. When you click once time, you'll see here the document. Click here once time, and this one is going to be stop. This one, oops, sorry. This one is going to be start contact, and this one is output conveyor. Here we go. Okay, but the point here, when I push the start button here, it is going to close the contact and let current through it. I mean, it's going to energize my own conveyor. But what about stop? Stop is already normally open contact. I mean, I also need to push the stop button here to start my program. It looks like, but no. This is the trick, guys, I really want you to learn and focus on. I always stop or emergency button in the industry as a normally closed. It means my input 0, I've got already energized this input 0, I mean the stop contact. It means it's already energized because it's a normally closed button that I use here. To make sure you guys understand me better, come here in my presentation. Yeah, here we go. We've got 2 different buttons here, normally open push button and normally closed. The stop buttons are always normally closed just because of safety. Imagine that you are working in the dusty and the dirty environment, and if you use normally open contact, and if something happened to your own cable because you carried that data to your PLC by the cable, and this is industry, some kind of vehicles are just rolling in it sometimes, or the people are working, they might damage to your cable. If you use a normal open push button here, it means you do not energize your inputs, and if your cable by accident cut off, you are not going to understand this cut off because it's already not energized. But if you use normally closed push button here, and if something happened to your cable, if it is damaged, in this case from the input, you'll understand you do not have energy, and just because of safety we always use normally closed push button as an emergency stop button in the software. It means the stop is already closed, normally closed button. That's why I will put in normally open contacts of it, because when it energizes, it is going to close. I do nothing here. It is going to close the contact and it let current flow. And when I push here start, my conveyor is going to start run. But I need to seal here the conveyor, because after conveyor start working, I will leave the here start button, isn't it? Because no one can expect me to push the start button whole time during the day. I will just push once time and I will leave the system working. When I left the start button here, it is going to cut off the network and my conveyor is just going to stop working. That's why I need to seal the program here. But what does it mean, seal exactly? I also prepared you guys something about it to understand it better here. For example, we've got here simple the network to understand the idea. This one is normally closed, guys. This one is normally open contact. This one is output, and my output normally open contact is connected here parallel, and see what will happen. Actually, we call it seal, but how is it going to happen? Normally, we've got it normally closed, isn't it? No, this is not normally closed. This is, both of them are open button here. When I push here the 15 is going to be work, isn't it? As you guys see, it let the current energize, it let the current flow through it, and now my output is energized. When my output energized, the concerned outputs contacts are going to change the status. This one is normally open, is going to be normally closed here. And now, as you see, it's already normally closed and let current through it. Even if I leave the start button here, current will continue flow through my own normally open contact of output and energize my output till when I make the 14 normally open here. The same scenario is going to be in our own software here. I will make a branch here and I will put normally open contact of my own conveyor here, and it is going to connect it parallel to my start button. That's the label it with the conveyor. As you guys just notice, it is my conveyor normally open contact is connected to my start button parallelly, because it is already going to be normally closed when I energize my system, because it's normally closed button I use here. When I push here, it is going to be also normally closed and let current flow through the network first line, and then conveyor energized is going to close with its own normally open contact. Even if I leave the here start button, current still flow through the conveyor normally open contact here. Okay, let's see it is working or not. What we are going to do, we do not have a real PLC, that's why we use the simulation one here. You are going to see here start simulation, guys. Click here once time to start your simulation. It says start simulation will disable all another online interfaces. Okay, and I will wait a little bit. My system is going to start the simulations, and then we'll have a simulations to just simulate in factory I/O. When your simulations start working, you'll have here the Siemens, and we'll expect our own simulations find which PLC exactly we'll use. Here we go. We've got here the actions. We are going to load it to our own simulation program, and it is loading configurations. Okay, start all and finish, and finishing is the loading. Okay, as you guys see, my PLC sim know the PLC type here. Okay, simulation is working. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the factory I/O. Okay, let me talk to you about a little bit factory I/O here. Oops. Come back. Okay, when you click the first time to open your factory, you will have interface like that. The first one, documentation and tutorials. They are all links. When you click them, they send you to the official website of factory that you can find some knowledge and you can read if you want. And if you want to create a new project, you will click here. If you want to open a project, if you have a project before, you can click here and you can see your own latest previous projects, and you can keep working if you want. And we've got here some scenes. These scenes is created by factory I/O program. Sometimes you can click here, you guys have got some the ready scenes that you can use them, but for now we'll use our own project. That's why I click here in new. Okay, as you see guys, I've got here empty factory. Let me show it to you. Okay, here we go guys, this is my own factory, how it looks like. Okay, now how I'm going to use that. First of all, when I click somewhere, you see my orbit, isn't it? For example, I want to click here and I want to go there directly. I go there, and when I roll, I get in, or zoom out. It's up to you. But to get used to use a mouse is going to take a little bit time. As long as you use it, you are going to use how to use factory I/O. And now what are we going to do? As you guys see, we've got here the tools that we are going to have. As you guys see, we got emitter that give us tools. This one is take it out, some boxes here, and when you click it, they say what are they. For example, this one is here, green product base. We've got here conveyor, but this one is roller conveyor in different size here. We've got here turntable, and roller stop is going to stop the flowing on the conveyor. This one is belt conveyor that we are going to use right now. And different kind of items that we have. We have got sensor that we are going to use mostly, capacitive sensor, diffuse sensor, or inductive sensor, emitter receiver. This one is also sensor. Okay, we've got here emergency stop button, electro switchboard. What we have also here, as you guys see, handrail here. I mean, we have everything here to create our own simulation. Okay, now what we know, we'll just need to have emergency stop button to stop the project, and we'll also need a start button here. This one is stop, reset, and start button here. But I'm going to click here and move it to my own factory here. I will put them here, the switchboard, on the switchboard. Okay, get here the start button, move it here. Where is it? Oops, come with it. Oops, it is frozen. Okay, yeah, here we go. Click here and move it. Let me zoom in a little bit. Here we go. And we have also got here stop button. Put it on the switchboard either. Okay, when I start here start button, my system is going to work. When I push the emergency stop button, my system is going to work. But my output is going to be conveyor. That's why let's have here the belt conveyor. Roll up and see here the conveyor. I'm going to get the big one here. Oops. Yeah, here we go. This is going to be my own conveyor here, and I will put here the receiver either, just to understand it is working or not. Now you just move those items horizontally. If you want to do that up or down, click the F on your keyboard and start moving. As you see, up or down. Okay, a little bit up, and now I'm going to put it on my conveyor here. This is a little bit hard to do that. Okay, your angel also changed the location. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Let's see, it is, oh, it's not right. Okay, let me do that like, I think it is right. A little bit down. Okay, I think it's fine, guys. What do you think? Okay, it fit on it. Okay, my system is here. Okay, it's ready. And I push here start button. This is going to start rolling. When I push the stop button, it is going to stop. But let's move this one a little bit up. Put them on it here. Okay, a little bit up, no, not this one. Start button is a little bit up here. Okay, and now my stem is ready here. I'm going to start my simulation, but before do that, I'm going to contact the between my own program and the system I have here. Go to file here, we've got drivers, guys. Click the drivers once time. It will bring the driver section here. And now you are going to choose your specific the PLC that you have. Sometimes you might have elaborately the PLC or Siemens, but we do not have a real one. That's why we'll use PLC sim here. Click the PLC sim and go to configurations and make sure that you use the right PLC. As you guys see, different model you have here. I'm going to use S7000 version 14. Okay, click here, it's fine. Go back and connect. When you click the connect, it is going to find the one that you have in your PLC sim, the program, and configure it is connect to your own factory I/O. It takes a little bit time here, but at the end of the day you will see the green tick here. It means it's connected. Yeah, there you go. It is connected, guys. Now this PLC here that I have, guys, is connected to my own software. I've got my own sensor and I've got my own actuators, my own outputs. Well, how I'm going to match those inputs with my own buttons here. Just make sure go back to your own program and see. For example, stop is going to be your I00. That's why I'm going to get here and find the stop button, emergency button, and sweep it and put it here I00. This is input 0 here. You've got here start button. It is connected to my own pin 1. That's all. And I've got here conveyor. Conveyor is just going to be connected to my output 0. And now these inputs and concerned outputs are connected to my PLC. Now it's ready to work, and go back to your own simulation program. And another point here, we have got here tag, guys. Click the tags here. That's for example, bell conveyor. Click it once time and you will have it. If you do not have, you can come here and you can see sensor tags has to be active. This one is actuator tags. For example, if you click here, as you see, you do not see the tags. Click here and you see the actuator tags. When you click here, you'll have your belt conveyor tags. Emergency stop one, and we'll also need to start one here. Start button light, this one. Okay. Now my own tags are going to show here on the top left screen, and we can follow the project. Okay, now I'm going to run it. As you guys see, emitter put the items on it, but it still waits to work. When I push the start button, guys, as you see, it is working. My output is working. If I push here the stop button, it stops. It waits me to push the start button one more time. As you see, that's all. And click here, stop button, and it's going to stop. This is basically how factory I/O work and how we connect our own factory I/O with the PLC sim and the basic program. I hope you guys understand the basic idea. Till the next sophisticated the codes. Bye bye.